Okay, hello. Hi, so my name is Destiny, and I will be your orientation team leader for this portion of your orientation. So like I said, my name is Destiny. I am a third-year sociology major with a minor in political science, public law. I am from Haywood, California, so I'm Bay. My preferred gender pronouns are she, her, and hers. And a little bit about me is I'm left-handed, and I also have to mess up my left hand. I used to DJ pre-pandemic, of course. I have over 100 playlists. I lost count. But honestly, I just really love music. So if you have any recommendations, feel free to email me. Love it. So before we continue, now normally I would invite y'all to mute yourself, just to get a feel for the room, make it all cozy. But since this is recorded, we'll go ahead and skip this. And for the icebreaker, I do invite you to email your response to us at orientation@csueeb.edu at the end. Just so get to know a little bit about you, so where you're from, what is your major area of interest, and why you chose Cal State East Bay. Again, I'm from Hayward. My major is sociology with a minor in political science public law, and I honestly chose East Bay because not only is it close to home, it's just such a diverse and beautiful campus. It's insane, and I really hope that you all get to see that as well. Again, feel free to email us your responses to this so we can get to know a little more about you. All right, so before we get started, if you have any questions at all about anything that I'm going to go over or just anything about starting at East Bay, feel free to email us. And I very, very highly recommend emailing us at orientation@csueeb.edu because I want to make sure that you get your questions answered. So with that said, you made it through part one. So you might be wondering what's next. So step 2 is to complete the Blackboard orientation modules. Now, if you're not familiar with Blackboard, I can go over that really quickly, and then I'll get more into the modules. So when you log into Blackboard, your username is going to be your net ID, which is those 2 letters and 4 numbers, and then your password will be your MyCSUEB password. Now, that is true for all platforms on East Bay, whether it's your Horizon email, which is your student email, your Basic, which we'll go over in a little bit, Blackboard, MyCSUEB, it's the same username and password for all of them. Again, the username is your net ID, and then your password is your MyCSUEB password. With that said, Cal State East Bay also has another form of authentication called Duo authentication. It just prompts you whenever you log into anything to select one of 3 options, which is either to send a push or get a call or anything like that. And just another way to protect ourselves with all of our information. You can find more info on that if you just Google Duo authentication CSUEB. And then you can just go to this page here and it will show you exactly what Duo is, and it'll even tell you step by step how to enroll in it. And it's really a very simple process. You can download the app on your phone, you just get it set up, and this extra step only takes honestly 5 extra seconds to log into your information. So really not as a big hassle. I highly recommend doing it, just so we get more protection on a lot of information. But with that said, moving on to Blackboard. Blackboard is pretty much your hub for where you'll find all of your classes. When you go to your institution page, you will see all links and tips for anything Blackboard related. Like if you ever need assistance, like if Blackboard's not working for you for some reason, we have a 24/7 like technical assistance, and you'll be able to find the number or email to that here. We also have ACE, which is our academic advising and career education. We have a quick link to that. So if you ever need, if you ever have any questions about your classes or anything, you can always go to ACE, as well as links to accessibility services and a couple of different programs like our EOP, which is our Educational Opportunity Program. Now, the institution page pretty much holds anything in that realm. So like I said, any of the departments, tutoring services, Blackboard help, we'll be able to find all of that there. Moving on to your personal page, you're able to upload a profile picture as well as any of your information that you think will better suit you. Now, I mean that in terms of here you have the option of inputting your phone number. This I highly recommend because I am myself very, very forgetful. And having this option, getting the notifications to my phone is highly, just honestly, it's such a lifesaver. I am extremely forgetful. I'm constantly writing stuff on my hand, on my planner. I have a virtual planner, a physical planner. Your girl just stays forgetting everything. So having this option to have notifications on my phone is a lifesaver. And there's also a Blackboard mobile app, so I highly recommend downloading that. When you go into the App Store, it is a blue app or light blue black background with a pencil. I highly recommend downloading that because it's nice not having to pull out your computer every time you need to use Blackboard. So I highly recommend downloading that. And you can even upload information or documents or anything like so. If you have Google Drive on your phone, you can upload your assignments onto Blackboard as well, which is very helpful, especially if you're going in between. So highly recommend downloading that. And another thing to note is when you input the school, sometimes it can be a little picky. You just gotta try different variations. So whether you say CSU East Bay, California State University East Bay, Cal State East Bay, something of that sort, you'll be able to find the school. But moving on to Blackboard, we also have the activity stream. This is a feature that I really, really like. It's just a one-stop shop to see anything upcoming. If your professors are posting announcements, everything will pop up here. If they just inserted a grade, you will get a notification here. So it's nice to kind of stay updated with all of your classes, especially if you have a plethora of information coming at you at once. So it's nice to have this one-stop shop for that. And then moving on to courses, this is where you'll of course be able to see all of your courses for the semester. If you are already registered, you may see something like this where it just says private. Usually you won't be able to open the actual course itself until closer to the start of school. And in my experience, I've had professors open them, a couple weeks before school starts or a few days before school starts. Nonetheless, you will have access to your courses with plenty of time before the actual semester starts. So you'll see your courses here. And in terms of the modules, you'll find them on your orientation course. So you should be able to access that and open that, and then I'll go into that in just a second. Moving on, Blackboard also has a place for all of the organizations that you're part of, so it's nice to kind of be able to separate it from your courses. And also have this calendar feature, which I absolutely love because, like I said, I'm very forgetful. So it's nice to be able to see things visually when I have due dates. Now, of course, I'm not taking any summer classes right now, so it's quite empty. But normally you'll see, oh, okay, I have a discussion board post due today or next week, but I have a paper due 2 days before that. So you'll be able to see everything visually here, which I really like, especially if you input the due date specifically. Like your orientation modules will pop up, any of the other class due dates will pop up. It's just a neat feature. And of course your grades. Now it's summer, so I don't have any grades right now, but they'll all pop up here. Any tools that you might want to use, whether it's the 24/7 tutoring or basing or important dates, your faculty email. It's just another quick link to use that there. But that's Blackboard in a nutshell. If you have any questions about it, please email us at orientation@csueb.edu, and that is in all lowercase. But moving on to the actual modules themselves. Now I mentioned them briefly, but the modules will be due on August 17th. There are 5 in total. It should take roughly 5 hours. But with that said, so about an hour each. What the cool thing is that it's a stop and go, so you're able to save your progress as you move along. So you can do lesson one day, kind of take a little gap between it, and then work on lesson 2, 3, and 4 like a couple of days later. So it's really something that you can work at your own pace, which I really love that we're doing. And honestly, it's just a way that we ensure your success at East Bay. You want to make sure that you have all the information at your hand, already thinking about your journey here and making sure you know all the resources that are available. So highly recommend getting those done. And of course, we also have the university policies, any information or resources for online orientation. You'll be able to click this here and it will take you directly to that. And one thing I do want to note with the modules is, let me go to the slides, is when you complete the modules, you will see a screen like this. It will say freshman orientation, of course, but you will see something like this. You will not get a confirmation email. So what we recommend is that you take a screenshot or take a picture and save it for your records, just so you have that and you know that you've completed it. All right, now that's essentially Blackboard. Again, the modules are due on the 17th, but moving on, step 2 was that. Step 3 is to attend as many virtual open house Zoom sessions as possible. Like it says here, it is from August 2nd through the 6th, and it's just a week of online open houses hosted by a variety of different resources such as campus departments, programs, services, you name it is probably there. So we recommend, just keep that in your calendar and you'll be able to RSVP to this on Basic. And again, this is our virtual options, and more details, of course, will be on Basic. Step 4 is to attend orientation events, the in-person ones, so, you get to know campus and some of the people. We have events from the 12th through 14th of August, which is our resource tabling. You'll be able to meet us at the Pioneer Kitchen during housing move-in days, and this will be between 11 and 1 p.m. And the other one we have is the Orientation Campus Resource Fair on the 17th. Here we'll have info tables, campus tours, games, prizes, DJ music, and more. I highly recommend coming, because even just for a campus tour, because if you have not had the luxury of coming to campus yet, I highly recommend coming, because not only is it beautiful, I want to make sure that you know where your classes are, especially if you have in-person one. So I highly recommend coming for a tour and just to get to know what the community is like. And again, you'll also be able to RSVP to this on Basic. All right, so I've been talking about Basic for a little bit. You might be wondering, what exactly is that? So when you go on to, of course, log in with your net ID and my CSUEB password. But once you log in, you'll see a screen similar to this. On the home screen, you'll have any help, like if you have any issues facing for some reason, you'll have quick links to that. Anything that you're involved in, any of your memberships will be here as well. Any of upcoming events. I know I mentioned previously the virtual open house week. You'll have more information to that on here, as well as any latest news for campus. And something that I really like is this campus links. You can go down the page pretty much forever and you'll find a link to pretty much everything. Now we do have a free on-campus shuttle. We are a commuter school, so we have links to AC Transit and BART as well. Our free shuttle goes from East Bay to Hayward BART, as well as back, as well as Castro Valley BART. So to and from both BART stations. It's completely free to students as long as you have your Bay card. Now your Bay card is your student ID, and it is virtual, so we can go ahead and look at that as well. So Bay card at CSUEB to get more information. If you just Google this quick search, it'll give you a step-by-step on how to get yours. We are doing it virtual, so you are able to submit your own photo, which I very much appreciate, because I do not like mine. So I think it's pretty cool that we can do it our own. And you can take as many pictures as you like. Make sure you get the one that you want. And of course on here, it'll have step-by-step, like I was saying. So anything will be on here. Highly recommend doing that. Just going ahead and quick Google search, Bay card, my CC, something along those lines. You'll be able to find it. Going back to Basic, these campus links honestly incredibly helpful. There's another one here for Baycard, for your Blackboard, the bookstore, pretty much everything will be on here. Financial aid, quick link to all of their information, all of their contact info as well. Handshake, I know Handshake was mentioned in the main session. Handshake is pretty much where all opportunities in terms of jobs will be located. You'll be able to go into there for the more information on that and how to log in. Important dates. Honestly, you name it, it's here and it's alphabetized, which I love because your girl can be a little scatterbrained. So it's nice to have everything in one place to be able to find it. Of course, if you have any questions, feel free to email us. But continuing on, we have events. The events tab, I honestly really love because you're able to tailor your search results to what you want. So let's say you only want events for tomorrow or this weekend. You click on it and it will automatically adjust the search to do just that. Or let's say you only want campus departments or student organizations, or let's say you only want service social learning. Um, excuse me, I have the hiccups. You'll be able to do that as well. If you want like even more specific to that, you can pick in this categories, excuse me, or even free food or free stuff. Because come on now, we're college students, we're always hungry. So best believe I'm gonna be there at those at those events offering the free stuff or free food. Because why not? But as you can see, how I mentioned earlier, we have these virtual open house Zoom sessions, and here's more information on them. You can click them for more specific. So if you're able to come to the August 2nd one at 12 p.m., you just click it, you RSVP to it. Here's more information on what's going to be there on what days. And again, I will be attending, RSVP to it, and then you'll get sent all of the information in terms of Zoom links or anything like that. Again, you'll be able to find this on Basing. You just log in with your NetID and my CSUEB password, click events, scroll and or search it up, and then you'll be able to find it. All right, going back. That's essentially the events tab. The organizations is pretty similar in terms of the search engine. You're able to tailor it to what you want. So if you only want academics, if you only want student organizations, you can do that as well. And let's say you're interested in Greek life, we do have an avid Greek life, so we do have active sororities and fraternities. If you want that, you can search that specifically. Political, professional, social, club sports, like if you only want to know about culture, right? Diversity, you can click it and only that will pop up. Or let's say only academic, click it and it will automatically do that, which I honestly love because sometimes you just want a certain thing. You don't have to go through all of our organizations, so we do have over 150 plus, so there's really something for everyone. That is essentially our organizations tab. We also have one for our news, anything campus related. You're able to be able to find it here, and I like it because you get to updates on what's happening on campus or what's going on. So I really like that. And then of course our forms. We are a paperless campus, so more than likely you'll be directed to Basing to fill out a form, like some of the, like for example, for off-campus advisor form or the student club organization recognition form. Pretty much everything will most likely be found here, or you'll be directed to Basing to find it. All right, that's essentially Basing in a nutshell. Another thing I do want to note is that Basing kind of tracks your extracurricular footprint, if that makes sense. Your event history, anytime you do anything on campus, you'll input your NetID or you'll RSVP through Basing or anything like that. And Basing keeps track of that, and you'll be able to find everything in your event history. You can even log in your service hours. So I was volunteering outside of campus and was able to input it in here. So it's just nice because you're here for a number of years, and sometimes it gets a little hard to keep track of everything. So it's nice to kind of have something to lean back on when filling out things in the future. Another neat feature about Basic that I really love. Let me go back to the slides. So like I was saying, make sure to log into Basic. You want to make sure you build your profile, join in the organizations that you're interested in, and kind of just check out what's on campus. Of course, attend the virtual open house Zoom sessions. Again, those are August 2nd through the 6th, and of course our in-person events from the 12th through 14th, as well as August 17th. And do make sure to check out the orientation website for latest updates. We do update regularly on all of our socials. So just to stay connected and updated with campus. We have a lot of quick updates, like I was just saying, the in-person and virtual stuff, more info on that here. Just quick videos and everything, and of course how to contact us. And here's the email again here in case you need it. It's orientation@csueastbay.edu. And of course, you can participate and ask a student. These are our virtual drop-in hours with O-team leaders as well as transfer ambassadors. It's just a way to make sure you get any questions answered. Feel free to drop in. Big or small, there are no wrong questions. So highly recommend dropping in. Just say hi and just ask a question real quick. Highly recommend it. We are more than happy to help. And another thing is that you are able to access the social media directory. And I think this is honestly pretty cool. You can see almost all clubs and orgs social medias on here. So if you kind of want to check it out, you want to go beyond Basic, like you want to know more about, let's say, I don't know, Ganas, first one. It'll take you to their social media platform right here, their Facebook group. Or let's say you want orientation team, you want to see our Facebook, we are right here. So it's just a way that you can get more connected and kind of see beyond Basic at past events. Oh, yes, our campus has been mainly virtual because of COVID, but let's say you want to see what was happening before that, you can kind of go into the social media archives and kind of see what clubs and orgs are doing as we're slowly getting back in person. So you can kind of get a feel of what it used to be like. And of course, another reminder, email us at orientation@csueastbay.edu if you have any questions about anything that I've gone over or just anything in general. All right. Now, with that said, congratulations on completing part 1 of your orientation. Let me go ahead and move my face. But before you go, I do have a few reminders. Now, we do have a short evaluation that we want you to complete. Since this is a recorded session, you'll need to email us to get that. I highly recommend that you do it because that is how this survey is how you will fill out your information to receive your welcome box. I mean, why wouldn't you want your East Bay swag? But it's also how we track that you attended orientation or that you watched this whole video. So do make sure to email us at orientation@csueastbay.edu. Again, that's in all lowercase. If you need to see it again, it's right here at the bottom of the screen. Make sure to email us, and you can even pop in your responses to the icebreaker that was in the beginning. Again, email us at orientation@csueastbay.edu to get this short evaluation here. That's how fill out your info for your welcome box and get attendance, and just so we make sure that you were able to watch this whole video. And something about that is you want to make sure you're signed in to your Horizon account. Again, that's your student email. A couple reminders before we go. Make sure to complete those orientation modules. They are due on August 17th, so you do have a little bit of time. Attend any and all open house Zoom sessions that you're available for August 2nd through the 6th. And of course, same thing with our in-person ones. Hope to see y'all there. Again, congratulations on completing part 1 of your orientation. Welcome to Cal State East Bay, and I look forward to seeing all of y'all on campus. Do say hi if you see me or anyone else on OT. But yeah, go. I'm honestly so excited for y'all. But again, any questions, email us at orientation at CSUEB. All right. Bye, y'all.